Hey guys, Nicolas here. Now for today's video, I want to talk about the FA Cup draw. That's right, Arsenal have been drawn up against Leeds United, and I think this is a fantastic draw. Historically, we all know Leeds United are a top club. I mean, they're currently in the Championship now. I think they've been there for close to 20 years in the Championship. And you know what? This season is probably the season that they're going to get promoted. And Bielsa, their manager, is touted as one of the best young managers and best managers around that is not with a top club. So nudge, nudge, wink, wink to Arsenal Football Club. He could be an option there for a future Arsenal manager. And let's be really honest, the big matchup, the return of Eddie Nketiah. He's currently on loan at Leeds United, and this could be a possible opportunity for him to play with Leeds United against the Arsenal. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, okay, Neomis, like, bullshit. Like, he's out on loan. However, I'm not too sure on the dynamics in terms of his loan. It is possible that Arsenal put or gave him the ability on his loan contract that he is allowed to go and play up against Arsenal. It is possible for that. Perfectly possible. Or what's more likely is that, they've said that, beforehand or made it so that he can't play against Arsenal. That could be the option as well. Even if they've done that, maybe Arsenal would actually consider letting him play. But for me, I don't like that idea, especially when you have to factor in the notion that Leeds United aren't even really playing Eddie Nketiah on a regular basis. Bielsa's choosing to keep on playing Patrick Bamford rather than start Eddie Nketiah, even though Nketiah has played really, really well. And to be honest, even though I don't know too much about Leeds United and their squad, I know that the likes of Helder Costa, who's currently on loan at Leeds United at Wolves, from Wolves, is probably one of their main attacking threats. He's strong, he's quick, can really provide a counter-attacking edge for Leeds. And it's one of those where Arsenal do need to watch out. We do need to watch out. And even though I don't rate Patrick Bamford that well and he's not too much of a goal scorer, he does give Leeds United the ability to be able to bring other players in play, other midfield players, other wingers, and provide space for other players to potentially create other chances and score goals. So this is going to be a tough game. It's going to be a historically tough game for Arsenal. And right now, we're not playing at the level that we need to. We're not being the Arsenal of old, the Arsenal that you could honestly say they are at a top level. And we also have to be honest that the teams that are coming up from the Championship over the past several years are at a higher quality than historically seen. So it's bound to be a very tough game. I mean, look at the likes of Sheffield United, look at Aston Villa, look at Norwich. I mean, you're talking about three sides that have been playing pretty well this season. I mean, Sheffield United, I think, are seventh. They're 1 point above us in the league. So you know what? We cannot underestimate Championship players. Cannot. We shouldn't be estimating Leeds United. Who are we going to start? Probably the kids. So we're probably going to see the likes of Martinelli. We're going to see Willock, Maitland-Niles. Saka will probably be playing. I could see it being Martinez in goal. Complete 180 in terms of players that are playing. The only player that I even really see that might actually start in this game, who you wouldn't necessarily associate with being a youth player, would be Pepe. And that's only because his recent form hasn't been that great. He hasn't been scoring goals, and even when he's had chances to score, like I believe it was the Southampton game, just meh, nothing, absolutely nothing there. with him. So yeah, it's gonna be a very good game, but we're gonna see a lot of the kids in that game. Is what I figure, with maybe a few splashes of some senior players like the likes of like Mustafi and Kolasinac as well. But you all know I'm an Arsenal fan, like many of you watching this. So I'm going to go for an Arsenal win, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 Arsenal victory in this game. I think that we have more than enough quality in order to beat Leeds United. And if we do not beat Leeds United, I mean, it even stresses more so how we need to be bringing in another manager into this club. It's absolutely necessary that we're able to do that, because losing against Leeds United, I know Freddie Ljungberg is just the interim manager, but come on, like you can't be losing against Leeds United. No way, won't accept it. And finally, Arsenal versus Brighton. This is going to be a tough game. You want to know my prediction? I'm going with a 2-1 victory for Arsenal. And I'm only saying 2-1 just because of the sheer fact that I'm an Arsenal fan and I believe that Arsenal should be winning these types of games. But everything that Arsenal have shown over the past several weeks just has not been there. And I am right now, I really am like Ty. There is no logic right now for me to believe why Arsenal would beat Brighton in the Premier League this coming Thursday. No logic whatsoever. It doesn't make sense. But I believe Arsenal will win this game. This will be Ljungberg's second game in charge. By the time this game happens, he's had today, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, to work with the players, start formulating a plan, start being able to execute that plan on the training pitch, and try to find a way how to get the best out of this squad. Like, I know it's 3 days, and I know he's just the interim manager, but we need to come out of the blocks flying. I was chatting a bit to Kenny Ken on Twitter earlier on today whilst at work. And the one thing I was kept on saying was that, you know what, we're not that far off. We've only lost 3 games this season. And if we could just get a run-in of wins, and I'm talking 5 to 10 wins, then we're right back in there. Like, yes, we picked up a lot of draws, but if we could get a lot of wins, I mean, it would be so good. So good for us to can take all of those, games that are coming up, can kind of change our fortunes in the game. How do I think Freddie Ljungberg will go in this game? For me, unfortunately, I see him going in a 4-2-3-1. You know me, I like a 3-man midfield. I think it creates far more of a balance for Arsenal. I do not think Arsenal have the players to be able to settle on 2. It just isn't enough. Our midfield always get overrun. And for me, we need to be playing with 3 in midfield. But I think he'll go for the 2. I think he'll choose to put Aubameyang out wide again, Lacazette up top, probably Willock and Ozil within that midfield as well. If not Willock out wide, then I think he might go for Saka or Martinelli in that game, with Ozil just behind Lacazette. And then in midfield, I could probably see a change, whether it be in Granit Xhaka and Lucas Torreira. And then in the back, probably Callum Chambers, David Luiz, maybe Socrates comes in instead of Mustafi, and then Kolasinac or Kieran Tierney. But either way, it's going to be a starting 11 that isn't going to have a lot of changes. But we just need to hope and pray, if you listeners and viewers are the praying type, that Freddie's going to somehow work some magic or view in a crystal ball how we could win this game. Because right now, logic dictates that we're not going to win this. That will probably end up getting up another draw, a 1-1 draw. But we have to get the 3 points. 2-1 is my prediction on this game. Leave your comments below. I really want to hear what you guys have to say on this, on the FA Cup draw, seeing Eddie Nketiah again, possibly, or, you know, the game against Brighton on Thursday. Leave your comments below, like, subscribe, and thank you once again to all the 252 subscribers that have subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate the support, and please continue to do so for the next 252 subscribers and for my next 150 or odd videos. So thank you once again. Again, please continue to comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.